Why can't I seem to just purge everything that I need to purge and be done with all of it? Hey, this is Tracy with Tracy Talks. Welcome. I woke up one Saturday a couple of weeks ago and I decided that I was going to go through all of my tubs. I hadn't planned on this being a project. I just knew that there were some things in there that I really needed to go through. I've been honest about I've moved a lot over the past few years, and every time that I move, I do make a point of going through things and really trying to be honest about what it is that I really need. And I've done this removal process in stages. Like I did the easy things, the things that are broken and don't work well, or I don't want to wear anymore, or have a stain on them. And those kind of things are easy to throw away. That's a no-brainer. The shoes that are really uncomfortable, kids' books and all of those types of things, those are really easy to eliminate. And I'm sure it probably speaks to each of us as individuals, what it is that we collect and why we collect the things that we do. Like each one of us probably collect very different things and feel this connection to the things in our home. And I knew that there were some more tubs. I have had to have a real conversation with myself and evaluate where I'm at in my life and be realistic about where I'm at. There's some things that I've carried along with me and things that I bought along the way, hoping to create more of a sense of a home or try to create certain feelings inside of me. And I bought these things. And to be honest, there were a couple of things that I never really used. Like one of them was a big, tall pot that you would make a big pot of gumbo in. And that's why I bought it. I thought this would be really great to get all of the family together and I could make this big gumbo and it would be this big fun family event. And I really wanted that big fun family event, but it didn't happen. I never used the pot. And so why have I kept it? And I'm trying to think back to even when I bought it. And it was at least 2018, if not before that, maybe 2016. So 10 years ago. And I've never used it. And this vision that I have hasn't come true. And if at some point I do have this opportunity to have this big family event where I need a big pot, I can probably borrow one, or I could go buy another one, which I shouldn't do. And as I'm looking around at some of these things, there were at least 2 tubs that I knew that I wanted to identify and go through first. I had a tub of family photos that were still in the frames. My walls are full. I have the photos up that I want to have up. So why do I have all of these frames? Why am I carrying around a big, heavy tub of frames that I don't plan on putting those pictures back up? So I took all of the photos out. I put them in the tub with the photos. And then I'm donating the frames. Like, why shouldn't somebody else that has pictures use those? And then I had another tub of childhood things. There were a couple of scrapbooks and a photo album. And at some point in my youth, I had taken the time, I don't remember if anybody remembers back to the 80s, but you had these little corner holder things and you'd have to stick them down and then get your little track meet ribbon and put it in there. And I had books of just awards from grade school and middle school and high school. And it was almost humorous because one of the awards that I was recognized for was being a teacher's aide. Why is that something that we recognized and we celebrated? I mean, I don't understand that. I didn't do anything exceptional. Needless to say, I I took photos of a couple of the awards that meant something to me. Like we had this really strict teacher, and there was a citizenship award that he recognized me for. And I took a picture of that because that meant something, because I would say probably not a lot of students. He wasn't a favorite teacher because he was so strict. He was no nonsense. There was no laughing aloud. There was, he was all business. So I took a picture of that, and then I threw all of that away. I had event stubs from my childhood, and it wasn't like anything important. It was just this random stuff that I've been carrying along with me. And certainly if something happens to me, nobody's going to want this. It doesn't mean anything to anyone, and it really didn't mean anything to me. I was listening to somebody else talk about, she was an astrologer, and she's talking about the transits and how we look back over our life, and there are these moments that we celebrate, that we have pulled them out as significant moments in our life, and it was a good moment. And we reflect on that, and there's, like, if we put it into an example of a guy that we dated, and a lot of times we reminisce, like, what if that had turned into something else? And, where is he now? And could I love him now? And could we have as much fun now? And she made the point, like, was it really a good moment? Or was it just the best moment that you've ever had? And how, when you think about it that way, it's like, yeah, it was good, but it's not like great. It just was a good moment. And when I continue to think about some of these memories and some of these moments, that I'm holding myself and limiting myself in this amount of joy. And what does it really look like to have really, really good memory or something happen? I was doing a lot of emotional unpacking as well, because going through all of these childhood memories and seeing what I had saved and what I chose to save, kind of questioning, why did I make that choice? And then just having the weight of letting it go. Like, I don't have to carry this around anymore. Like, I have been physically carrying all of this baggage around with me from move to move, from location to location. I'm not going to get this out. I'm not going to get my scrapbook out and show people my blue ribbon from 3rd grade for the 100-yard dash. Like, I'm not going to live in that moment. The house was a disaster. I had torn up every room of my house because I was trying to make piles and separate stuff, and then I would remember that something else was stored in another room, and so I would tear that room up too. And I'm not exaggerating, that the whole house was a disaster for several days, and I still have some items that I need to donate. But I feel so much better. I feel like there's just more space for me. And there's still some things that I'm going to have to be truly honest about if there is another move, like a physical move from this house to another in the next few years, because I have several beds and several desks, and what do I really need? What can I really use? I listened to the news and there was some report about inflation and, spending is down and all of this stuff. And I'm thinking, nobody needs to buy anything, because how many of us have so much stuff in our house that we don't need, that we don't use? How many of us have like 3 of the same thing just in case? Like, we collect things. And why do we do that? And if each of us just went into our house, I don't know that anybody would need to buy anything for at least a month. Like, seriously. And I have a cousin who is moving abroad, and he's been talking about it for some time now, but he actually has dates on the calendar and he has a plan, and he is going to completely eliminate everything that he has over here and probably just pack a suitcase to move abroad. And there's parts of me where that sounds absolutely terrifying. Like, there are things in my house that I really do enjoy and bring me happiness. But in the same sense, I have to take care of it. I have to dust it. I have to make sure that it doesn't break. I have to live my life around my things. And what freedom would that feel like, to be able to just not be attached to anything, to be completely whole in myself and know that I don't need any of this stuff to fill up anything in me, that I am a whole person. And when I think about the pot and why I bought it, part of me was trying to fill up that emotion or that desire or that want that wasn't filled. And I bought the pot because I wanted to attach to a feeling. And I've been brutally honest about what it is that I really need. And I've been letting things go. And it feels really good. Thank you for listening to this episode of Tracy Talks. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe, and share with others who would enjoy listening to this podcast. Friends can find Tracy Talks available on iTunes, Spotify, Substack, and YouTube. Hit me up on Instagram and Facebook at More Tracy Talks. And until next time, we meet again.